Good morning. So, thinking about getting the race car ready for race season. So, see behind me, I've got the truck, got the trailer hooked up, and opened the door to the race car trailer, and doesn't look like I'm racing this year, at least until I get some serious work done to the car. So, I'll show you what I did, or show you what I found. So, I'm gonna turn this around. So looking at the car, everything looks semi-normal, right? Nothing out of the ordinary. Well, I peeked through. See if I can get the camera to focus on it. I can't see it, but anyways, I peeked through a little hole between the suspension and the floor of the trailer right there. I see something orange. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm like, there shouldn't be nothing orange on the floor. So of course I get lower, and no, it's not that. It's not the bump stop. This is what I saw. So those of you that see or identify what that is, know that the block didn't fare well through the wintertime. So anyways, so I've got to push this thing out, see if I can seal it with a temporary plug, and maybe I can be back in business this year. If not, then that engine's coming out, and we're gonna try to do something different. Maybe we'll make a streetcar out of it. I don't know. Let's see. Car's out. So there's my freeze plug, and you can see the trail that the water traveled to exit the trailer. And a little bit of rust there on the edge there where it exited. Bummer. Let's go see what is going on here. So that was more on this side. See if we can see back in here. Oh yeah. I can see it. Let me see if I can get the camera in there. Maybe this way. As you can see, probably see it there. It's that plug there. See if we can get it a little closer. There it is. And of course you can see the engine diaper. Try to retain some of it there. It's probably dry now, but yeah, that's why that's kind of hanging down there. So it come out pretty good. I don't think it exited slowly. It looks like it came out pretty quick. So I'm gonna try and patch that temporarily. Then I'll check the system, see if it'll hold vacuum. If it does, we shouldn't have any more leaks, and we might be okay. So we're gonna do that next. Trying to catch my breath. I did it. I got it in. Used all these makeshift tools, and of course sealant. Get my old behind back underneath here. I can show you what I did. it wasn't real easy, but I guess as easy as it could have gotten. That wasn't as bad as I thought. So that dark stuff that's around there, that's called marine text. So this block has a lot of I guess stress heat cracks all over it. So this block is kind of this is its last run, and it's held up pretty good. So I'm putting this back in, hoping that it'll continue at least for another season. And if it does, great. If it doesn't, well, time to move on to another block and make this probably not a boat anchor. I'm not much of a boater, but maybe I'll make it into a table or something. Or, I don't know. I haven't decided yet. Okay, so that's done. Now I gotta get out from underneath this car. Okay. Oh man, it's getting old stuff. It gets old sometimes. So freeze plugs back in. I went ahead and took the spark plugs out. Oh, what did I do with them? I had them up here. Oh, I know where I did. What I'm doing. So I've got to put the spark plug back in, get the wires plugged back in. That's basically the only thing I disconnected. Oh, and then the old the dipstick, get it refastened. It connects to that wire or that bolt there. And then I'm gonna check the system. I've got a nice little vacuum kit that'll check the whole cooling system for leaks. Hopefully this sealed it, and if it did, we're in business. I'm gonna fire it up and see if she'll run for a little bit. I've got some new gas for her, and I'm gonna try it out. I went, my fuel guy only had I believe it was 114 or 112, and I was running 110. Or it's 112, and then I got 114. Anyways, it's a little more octane. Probably help it a little bit because this engine does run into higher RPMs, which is that fuel is designed for. We'll see. We're gonna find out. This is the driver's side. Went ahead and started filling up the radiator with water. And heard something leaking. Apparently the freeze plug on the driver's side is out too. I started filling the radiator. This side's good. This side I just finished. Now on the driver's side needs to be repaired. That's going to be a little tougher because I've got to pull the steering box and the headers probably just to get to it. That passenger side was a little easy, well, fairly easy compared to what I may have to deal with here. Let me dig in a little further and see if it's as easy or as difficult as I think it may be. So I'll start pulling some things off and take that engine diaper down and see if I find my freeze plug. I've moved the car into the garage, save it or set it there for another day. I started it to drive it in, so the engine's nice and warm. I don't want to be messing with it right now, so I went ahead and replaced the car I had in the garage with mine. Put the other one in my trailer for now, and we'll get back to it later. So, I'm going to use one of these. Yeah, they're only temporary, so I'm going to use this just to verify that I've got some sealage going on. Seal. I guess make sure I don't have any other, make sure I don't have any other leaks. Got two just in case. And hose set. So if I need to use, oh look, hey, That's cool. Made in USA. USA, USA, baby. Alright, let me get back to this. I'll, get the right wrench for that and start putting it on. First dilemma. There's freeze plug. There's my temporary. See the problem? This side, of course, is the side that goes in the block. Doesn't fit. Too big. Way too big. I could probably hammer this in. But if I can hammer this in, might as well put this one back in. I cleaned this up already. And that's gonna be next. I'm just gonna try to reinstall this guy. And get some, I've got some sealant. Not RTV, but the actual sealant for freeze plugs. And I'm gonna put this back on the car. I've got to remove the headers to do that because there's no way I can get to it without removing headers. That's next. Early morning the following day, I jacked up the car. So I moved the car in the garage. I think I mentioned that earlier. I've got it jacked up, and I've got the freeze plug installed. Oh man, having to get underneath the car again. Hold on. Okay. So there it is. It's installed. That line is the old pressure line. But I've got the freeze plug put back in. It's not real easy, but it went in fair. I guess it went in about as easy as the other side. I noticed some of that Marine Tech stuff kind of chipped off there. It looks like so I'll have to put some block sealer or some coolant sealer in the cooling system. Hopefully that'll seal it up and I don't have any leaks. I think that's it. That should be all I need to patch so far. So I'm gonna get this wrapped up. I'm gonna put that back on. That's the engine diaper. Some people giggle about that, but when the car runs as quick as this one does, they require it. That's so the track team doesn't have so much to clean up, and it keeps a safe track environment for the rest of the racers. So I'm going to be courteous to fellow racers because they run just as fast on the track, if not faster, and make sure they are safe. They shouldn't have to suffer from our negligence or our engine's negligence. So if it doesn't stay together, they shouldn't be suffering for it. All right, here we go.